Hello guys, and welcome back again to the channel. Thanks a lot for tuning in. If you're new here, hi, my name is Ebube Okoye. Subscribe to this channel and give this video a like. Let's get right into it. I want to see your comments before or by the end of this video because I'm going to be digging deep. So there is this my real life friend that I appreciate so much. It started off with us having a lot of adulthood conversations, and so that kind of like built up to the point where we started asking a lot of deeper questions to actually understand that this is the way we see life and to live by that. So on the recent episode of coming up with these questions, my friend, I actually enjoyed a couple of questions that I was asked. I felt like they were very deep. I felt that they were questions that a lot of people actually need to hear the answer because my answer was given, and so I bought the copyright to all these questions. So without further ado, let's get right into it. Number one is money can buy happiness. I know a lot of people will say, oh, money cannot buy happiness because some people are very rich but they are still not happy. I've seen money change my mood a lot of times, take me from sad to happy to overjoyous. So yeah, money can actually buy happiness. Sometimes in your life you might have certain issues that you want to sort out with money, but the money is kind of like too much that you don't have, and it can affect your mood, it can bring you down, it can affect your happiness, take away your joy. But at the end of the day, if you don't have that kind of happiness that money cannot buy, the whole purpose is defeated, because that is when you see a lot of people and they have a lot of money. Money cannot buy mental happiness. If there is something weighing you down that money cannot buy, trust me, you're not happy. Second question is, perfection is overrated. You can look at perfection from a lot of angles, but actually, is there ever really anything like perfection? Do people still crave to be perfect? Yes, people still crave to be perfect, like me. So if you find yourself in this description that I'm going to give, then this is really for you and you really need to listen up very well. So I am someone that I beat myself up a lot. Sometimes I forget that I'm actually human and I need to be gracious to myself. I need to give myself some slack and understand that I am human. But sometimes I get carried away by emotions. Sometimes you set out to do certain things or carry out certain tasks, and somewhere in between something goes wrong, and you find that actually like overwhelming you so much that your day is over. For example, let me give you a personal example. So whilst I was at work recently, a customer wanted to pay money through transfer, and of course the account details is there for everyone and the bank name is there for everyone, but I just don't know how this customer made some kind of error in the account number. So instead of putting one number before the other, I put the other before the other, and this was a huge sum of money, somehow huge. So the money was sent to the wrong account basically, and whilst he was doing this transaction, when he got to the point where he put in the account number, of course the account name will come out. So yeah, he kind of like tried to show me to confirm, is this the account number, is this the account name? But I was so carried away, I was so busy with a lot of things. In my mind, I'm like, well, the account number is written down there. I really need to confirm, and I ended up like not really giving him so much attention, and there was an error in the transfer, and it cost a lot of money because he ended up not being able to pay for what he wanted to pay earlier. And I found myself beating myself up like, wow, why didn't I just like give him the attention to actually identify that the transfer details were correct? So that was me trying to be perfect at that point, because if it took me back, never did I know that such an error was going to occur, and to actually check, it wasn't actually my fault. But that's the thing there. A lot of times I try to like want things to go perfectly. I don't ever like want to have any issue because I'm quite an emotional person, and whenever things like this come up, I beat myself up a lot. But Well, let me give you one trick that has been helping me. So I actually try to encourage myself. I try to talk positively against that negative voice that is ringing in my head, that is contributing to why I am down. I try to encourage myself that, you know what, you're a human being. Cut yourself some slack. Understand that things things cannot always go smoothly. Life itself is a roller coaster. Okay, so as I start, guys, I find so much peace in reading my Bible. So earlier this year, I set out to read from Genesis to Revelation. Whenever I start having those kind of emotions running and I find myself being uncomfortable, being unhappy, I have a Bible app on my phone and I just open it. And the moment I set my eyes on the Word of God and I start reading it, before you know it, there's this kind of calmness that overwhelms me, which, I'll encourage everybody to actually look into that. Yeah, because we go through emotions, and if you're an overly emotional person, if you're someone that always crave perfection, you never want anything to go wrong, this is for you. Things will definitely go wrong at some point or the other, and you only just have to learn from it and never beat yourself up too much. Okay, so there's nothing like perfection. Whether it's overrated or underrated, there's really nothing like perfection. Next question: self-care is not selfish. Definitely, self-care is not selfish. I believe, and I 100% agree with that, because you have to look after yourself first before you can be able to look after other people. You have to catch yourself first before you're able to be there for other people. Sometimes in life, you just have to be selfish. Okay, you just have to be selfish, because you can't afford to lose yourself. Fourth question: is okay to have life figured out. No one ever has life figured out. Never at any point does anyone have life figured out, because life is full of events. Life is full of tons of events. You feel like you've overcome this certain stage. The next stage comes with its own challenges. let me give you an instance. So whilst I was in secondary school, I couldn't wait to be done with secondary school, especially when I was in my SS3. I was writing YEC, and another period, like, that was when they start talking to you about uni life, how sweet uni life is. And around that period, I'm like, you know what? I can't wait to be done with secondary school to be able to experience this uni life. But guess what? Done with secondary school, entered uni, it was another challenge on its own. It was a whole new life that I had to figure out on its own, because it was a completely different experience. Wasn't even close to what I was told that it was much fun, because if you wanted to do well in uni, you have to take a different route, and that route is not the sweetest route. Okay, even now after uni, you're like, you know what, I can't wait to go into the labor market to start work. It also comes with its own challenges, and now you even get to the point where some of your loved ones are getting older. Before you know it, you're losing friends, you're losing loved ones. These are things that you never really figure out. These are things that get to hit you without even being prepared for it. Okay, so no one really has life all figured out, because life is in stages and life is full of surprises. Next question: vulnerability is strength.